Our only option is to confront corruption head-on and fight it boldly and resolutely. It is a fight we must fight. It is a fight we must win because it is a fight for the very soul of our nation.
That's the President Bio in statement during the white paper presentation from the Commission of Inquiry on September 24, 2020. President Bio been vow for fight corruption. Plenty been expect more from the new direction government, but more ministry and more appointment and the audit report allegation of corruption. Many describe for be the worst corruption practice against the new direction government. The latest one at the USA Africanist Press and Cherno Alpha Bar be explain waiting the Africanist Press they all about.
The Africanist Press now a press organization. We don't exist now for 20 years, beginning 2001 to now. And right now we operate principally from Philadelphia, the state of Pennsylvania, and the United States. That's where we register as a corporate media station under the laws of Pennsylvania. But apart from that, we get a distribution office out of New York and also Chicago. It is also an organization of journalists, academic researchers spread across universities in the United States, Europe, and Africa. For the academics, people that we don't study Africa, we cover issues around press freedom, the harassment of journalists. We also cover corruption stories as we get the current project on Sierra Leone. We're a part of a three-country project dealing with Liberia, looking at the government of George Weah, and Sierra Leone, or look at the new direction administration of retired Brigadier Amada Bio, current political transitional crisis, Gambia.
With that, not just the new direction government, the Africanist Press don't begin for investigate.
In the days of the President Nkrumah administration, the Africanist Press published two books. One, we therefore deal with neo-colonialism in West Africa. We cover Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. The book we assess economic policies of the Nkrumah administration, London mining, ADAX, and all these other groups. But I think the people not become too aware of some of that work now because the instruments of mass communication as we have it now were different. 10 years ago, the advent of social media, new technology, make people, we get a more engaged population now with cell phones. Simple cell phones are being followed able. What somebody released from the United States, an assessment of the Nkrumah administration. We are not targeting the PO administration as the only administration.
With all this corruption allegation, waiting civil society think about this. Peter Conte, now the chairman for the Bombali District Human Rights Committee, be expressed this.
Based on the Africanist Press on corruption allegations. For we roll as civil society, NGOs, INGOs, the media, now for support government for achieve in obligations, for support government for achieve waiting is say before coming to power, for fulfill waiting is say. Things where I always they tell people about governance. The government gets right for respect the rights of the people for respect the constitution, and government for fulfill in obligations as a government, and looking at the things they are, and also the government for transparency and accountability. For we as civil society, we are very happy on the onset when the president say he wants for me everybody join them in the fight against corruption. And key things where he mentioned now that people and they embezzle money where we forget better hospitals for buy good quality drugs for treat people in this country where the one that we not get money then they die because of sicknesses them we curable. So for we that can be a very good initiative, and a very good initiative where we think say civil society, NGO, INGOs, everybody be eager for see the implementation of that one. From the allegations where they come, we all see how active the chief minister been there during the transition. We see say they able to vet corruption from the onset. During the transition, we see a lot of committees set up, and we see the GTT report, and we see the chief minister they read the recommendation to the president about the GTT report and how they want to fight corruption out of this country. And one key thing where a whole, so I extend into the GTT report when it been they make that statement, they say we not forget any secret cow. So with the allegations where they come from the chief minister's office, this now attests on one, the patriotism of the ACC, for sure, how their competency, dedicated and they in the fight against corruption. For accountability and transparency say, for we they see say the Africanist Press they play their own part. It depends on the ACC for look at these allegations and decide for take them or not. It also depends on the government for either decide for institute an investigating team on the allegation, because ACC can also wait and call, but the president as well can set up a team. We don't see a lot of other countries the ACC can, but the president can also set up a special team for investigate some of these issues where they bring disrepute in government, can take other measures. So for we as civil society on the issue of transparency, accountability, we sure say now one of it trunca for make sure say procurement process are followed to the letter, and now we dey see procurement processes are being flouted, and we dey see institution wey responsible for ensure that all MDAs dem follow procurement processes. We dey see say then they come out for defend that one day. So we dey call on the government make dem no get any sacred cow, that they investigate every matter of corruption.
The call of the ACC for investigates the office of the First Lady, the office of the President, and the office of the Chief Minister, among other one them, where the Africanist press done the alleged corruption malpractice. Now the call of the citizens of Sierra Leone. For AM Live, Mahmoud Fofana, the report.